Dave Lee Travis was arrested by officers from Operation U-Tree in November of last year. The allegations against him do not relate to Jimmy Savile. The DJ said to be very disappointed and surprised. UKIP's party treasurer Stuart Wheeler has said that women's failure to beat men in sports where they're not physically disadvantaged suggests that companies should not be forced to hand them places on boards. Sinn Féin has accused the First Minister, Peter Robinson, of cowardice and weak political leadership following his decision to put plans for a peace centre at the former Maitlis prison outside Belfast on hold. Now, the number of people from Romania and Bulgaria working in the UK has risen by a quarter in 3 months. 141,000 migrants from the two countries were employed here between April and June this year. Next year, the laws restricting the type of jobs that Bulgarian and Romanians can do will be relaxed, raising the possibility that thousands more will come to Britain. Our Home Affairs correspondent Alex Forsyth reports for us. It's 28 minutes past 5 and it's time for a look at the weather with John Hammond. Hi, John.
Hi, Emily, and it's rain time, I'm afraid. The good news is that...
Hello again, this is BBC News, the headlines at just after 5:30. Right now, though, we're going to take you to sport and a full roundup with Jonathan Lejon. Hi, Jonathan. Let's take you back to our main story now. And yesterday's violence in Egypt affected the whole country, but the main focal point for the clashes was the Rabaa al-Adawaya mosque, where the biggest pro-Morsi camp had been set up for the past 6 weeks. Protesters had been occupying the area since Mohamed Morsi was deposed. Michelle Hussein has been to the mosque today, where a clean-up operation has been underway since the morning. Well, here in the UK, Egypt's ambassador to London was summoned to the Foreign Office and warned of Britain's deep concern at the escalating violence and unrest in the country. This afternoon, the ambassador Ashraf El-Holni held a news conference and talked about concerns he had over the way the violence had been reported in the media. Well, on the line now is Abdullah Al-Husseini, a Cairo resident who lives close to where those attacks were taking place yesterday, and we appreciate your time and your description, if you can, of what you saw from where you live. It's coming up to 6:45. Going to take you to one of our other main stories now, and thousands of students in England, Wales and Northern Ireland have been receiving their A-level results. Despite the small fall in top grades, the government says more students than ever before will get into their first choice university because of changes to the way institutions can recruit. This year, the clearing process also opened students who've done better than expected, so they can try to upgrade to more prestigious universities. Well, let's talk about that process. University, they get accepted to something which demands higher grades, and then they want to switch courses a couple of months into the academic year. Can they do that this year? Sounds curious, but do you welcome that? 30 minutes to 6. A bomb has exploded in the south of the Lebanese capital, Beirut, in an area known for its support of the militant group Hezbollah. These are our headlines at 10 to 6. Tom, what a disappointment. He had us absolutely transfixed by all that diplomacy until the monkey came into shot. And then who could take their eyes off that? I don't know whether the monkey did something to the camera. We will find out in the post-match analysis afterwards. Now, 7 minutes to 6. The heatwave in July gave a big boost to retail sales figures. They jumped by 1.1%, compared with an increase of 0.2% the month before. Now, the stuntman who doubled as James Bond skydiving into the opening ceremony of the London Olympics has died in an accident in Switzerland. Mark Sutton, who was 41, crashed into a mountain yesterday after jumping out of a helicopter in a wing diving suit designed to let him glide through the air. Danny Boyle, who directed the London 2012 opening ceremony, paid tribute to Mr Sutton, saying he and fellow diver Gary Connery had made the stadium gasp and left indelible memories for people from all walks of life. His death, he said, was a huge loss to his profession. Sangeeta Maiska reports.
Emily, and half an hour ago, my clicker was well and truly on the blink, so here we go. Will it